Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll start the class now. Now listen here. What is the last topic? Actually, we have discussed about the arrays, right? In the arrays, we have discussed about 1D array and 2D array, and we have discussed about the theoretical part of jagged arrays concept. Am I right?
Yes.
Now listen here, all of you. Today we're going to discuss what is the disadvantages of, what are the disadvantages of arrays, and how to overcome the disadvantages of arrays with the help of collections, and what all the types of collections are there. And finally, we're going to discuss, if you want to work with the collection, we need to work with the for each loop. These four things we're going to be discussed. Now listen here, all of you. First, we're going to understand the disadvantages of arrays. Okay. Now suppose, see, if you want to store 5 integer values in the same variable, we are using array like this. I mean, int of a is equal to new int of 5. This is the syntax. Am I right? Now later, my developer want to, I mean, my client want to store, suppose, see, this is the one client is came into our organization. He want to develop the application. He is starting a new organization. In the organization, the number of employees would be 100. So, I mean, to store 100 employees details, I mean, that 100 employees employee IDs, we are created like this, and 100 employees will going to store in the array of name A. So well and fine, it will going to support for that. And now listen here, if suppose the example that tomorrow the employees count would be increasing to 105. So at that time, what we need to do, we need to change the size of an array. Am I right? Clear? We need to change the size of an array and to 105. So that means again we need to change the code, and we need to redeploy it, and we need to see the output of it. Again tomorrow 110 employees would be there, again we need to change. Again tomorrow 115, 120, like this the number of employees would be changing day by day. And one more thing, other than this, if the number of employees, suppose the example that if tomorrow, like, the projects are going from his office and the number of employees would be decreasing. So again we need to change to 110 to 115 and 110 to 110 to 105 and 105 to 100, like this. Each and every time who is changing the code, it would be difficult, right? Changing the code and redeploying the application to the server. That is the reason, I mean, whenever you are working with arrays, there is a problem with the size. Okay, size, we need to give the size. The size would be a problem with the arrays. To overcome this size problem, and one more thing, in the array A, is it possible to pass the data of a type string or double of boolean or double or any character, any data type? No, right? Because by mistakenly for the A array, if you are passing like 10.01, it will be going to throw an error. Okay, it's only a strictly typed data type. So data type and size would be a problem with the arrays. To overcome these size problem and data type problem that are present in a arrays, we are using the concept calling like collections. Okay, in the collections there is no size problem and there is no data type problem. There is no size problem and there is no data type problem. The list of collections that are available in the .NET are stack, queue, array list, and list and dictionary. Okay, array list, dictionary. Clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now listen here. First we're going to see what is the meaning of stack and what is the meaning of queue and what is the meaning of array list, dictionary. Theoretically we'll try to understand now. Stack is following last in first out manner. What is a stack? What stack will be following? Last in first out manner. Clear? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
why we are calling last in first out in the sense, suppose the example that if you are passing the value 10 to the stack, 10 will be going to store here, and again if you want to pass 20, 20 will store in the top and 10 would be pushed to the down. Okay. Now again, suppose 20.5. Again, if you want to store Sai will be stored up, and 10 and 20.5 that are available earlier, that would be pushed to the down. So what is the latest value that you have pushed to the stack? Sai. Am I right? What is the last value that you have pushed to the stack? Sai. Am I right? So whenever you are trying to delete, from here only it will be trying to insert, and from here only it will trying to delete. Insert and delete. Okay, whenever you are trying to delete the value, what is the last value that is, what is the value that is available to delete first? Sai, am I right?
Yes.
So the first inserted value is also Sai and the first deleted value is also Sai. So listen here. What is the last value that we have inserted?
Sai.
So whenever I'm trying to delete the value, what is the first value that is available to delete? Sai. So last value inserted, the last value inserted, and the first value deleted is Sai. So last inserted is equal to first out. Am I right? Clear all of you? So again, suppose the example that from here only I'm telling you people insertion and deletion would be happening from here only. So see, now I'm trying to insert again one more value, that is A. Okay. What is the value that is we have inserted lastly? Now A. So what is the value that is available to delete first? That is A. Last insertion is equal to first out. Am I right? So it is following LIFO format, that is last in first out format. Clear? Any question in this? Any one of you?
No.
Okay. Now listen here all of you very carefully. Now we're going to discuss about Q, and now Q would be following first in first out format. Okay. Q would be following first in first out manner. Now listen here, in the Q the insertion would be here and the deletion would be, yeah sure Shravanti. Yeah, insertion would be at one end and deletion would be in other end. Okay, deletion would be in other end. See here, when I'm trying to insert the value, the insertion would be here 10, and again you are inserting one more value, that is 20.5. 20.5 will be storing here and 10 would be stored here. Okay, and now listen here all of you very carefully. Now listen here all of you very carefully. If I'm trying to insert Sai, okay, Sai will store here. If I'm trying to insert like A, A. Okay, so what is the first inserted item here? All of you, what is the first inserted item? That is 10, right? అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? What is the value that we have inserted first? That is 10. Please be responsive. Again, I'll tell you people if you want. See, this is how in one end we have insertion. In one end we have insertion. In other end we have deletion. Okay. Suppose you are trying to insert the value 10. Okay. If you are trying to insert the value 10, 10 will store here. Again 20.5 will store here. 20.5 will store here. And 10 will be passed to the right hand side. Again Sai, if I'm inserting, Sai will store here and 20.5 and 10. Okay. So whenever you are inserting the value, the remaining values would be pushed to the right hand side. Okay. So what is the first inserted value here? All of you, what is the first inserted value? Please be responsive. What is the first
10.
inserted value? 10. Okay. When I'm trying to delete, what is the first value that is available to delete?
10.
So first in would be first out here. Am I right? So first in would be first out. The value is 10. So that is the reason it is following first in first out. The Q would be following which format now? First in first out. Am I right? Clear? Take the screenshot of this also. Make it fast. Take the screenshot of this.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, take the screenshot of this also. Completed. Please mute yourself. Completed taken a screenshot, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah, now we'll see here. We're going to discuss about other thing, that is array list. Now observe here, all of you. We'll discuss about array list. See, whenever we are discussing about the stack and queue, we're going to delete either last inserted value. We're going to delete either last inserted value or first inserted value. Am I right? We're going to delete either last inserted or first inserted value. Am I right? Clear, all of you? We're going to delete either first inserted value or last inserted value. We can't able to delete the middle value that we have inserted, right? And one more thing is we can able to delete only one value at a time. Only one value at a time we can able to delete. Okay. Now to overcome these problems, like if I want to delete the middle value, and or else if you want to delete, if you want to delete the middle values, or else if you want to delete multiple values at a time, or else if you want to delete the middle values that are present in a collection, then array list and list dictionary would be helpful for us. And now listen here, array list will be discussed now. Now the problems that are present in a stack and queue, we can able to overcome with the help of array list. Okay, that means it can be stored. We can, with the help of this array list, we can able to delete the middle values, or else we can able to delete at a time middle values, or else we can able to delete at a time many number of values also at a time, many number of values. Okay, how to delete this, that all those things we're going to discuss whenever we are working with the array list now. And now coming to the list collection will work same like array list. But the problem with the list collection is list collection will store only a data of specified type, like list of strings, or else list of integer, list of double. And now whenever we are discussing about the arrays, as we discussed that we have a disadvantage of data type, right? Data type and size is another disadvantage of arrays. Coming to the collection, that is list collection, we have achieved the size problem, but coming to the data type problem, still list collection would be having the data type problem. Data type problem is persisted, and there is no size problem in the list collection. Okay, please be remembered, theoretically this is the one, like list would be having the data type problem, and there is no size problem in the list collection. Okay, and coming to the list collection, we can able to delete many number of values at a time, and we can able to delete the values that are present in the middle of the collection also. Okay, now coming to the dictionary is a key and value pair. Now how to create the dictionary, how to pass the values to the dictionary, how to perform the insertion, deletion based on the key, and all those things now we're going to be discussed. Now observe here, all of you, very carefully. The important interview questions that are present, that are there in the interviews are: there is no duplicate keys. No duplicate keys are available. No duplicate keys. Okay, like the key is like a primary key. No duplication for that. Okay. Now, if this is most important in interview questions, like is there any possible of duplicate key values in the duplicate keys in the dictionary? No, it is not possible. Why? I mean, we'll see. We'll try to create a duplicate key and we'll try to delete that. We'll see that here. Now, so if you want to work with this stack, the stack would be following last in first out manner, and the queue, if you want to work with the queue, like queue would be following which format, all of you? First in first out. And coming to the problems of stack and queue, we are using array list, and the list collection, still it is having a data type problem, and one more is dictionary. The dictionary is a key and value pair, are pairs. Now to work with this, all those collections, we need to use for each loop. Okay, we need to use for each loop to work with this collections. Now observe here, all of you, very carefully. Observe here, Now, whenever I'm working with the stack, suppose the example that the stack will be having the data type. You suppose see, first you have inserted the value of 10. Again, if you are inserting the value of 20.5, and again you are inserting the value of Sai, and again you are inserting the value like A. Okay. So whenever you are inserting the values like this in the stack there is no specific data type. It would be storing like integer and double and string and character and all those things. For all the data types, the parent type of data is object. Object is a parent type of data type to store all the type of data like integer, double and string and character. Now listen here, the syntax we're going to discuss here. For each object O in the collection that is stack. Okay, stack is a collection. Now whenever you are looping the stack value, that is the stack value, the first value now the stack is a collection of these values 10, sorry, A and Sai and 20.5 and 10. Okay. Now listen, whenever the for each loop is repeating, the value that is present in a stack, that is A, would be passed to the object O, and we are displaying the object O here with the help of console.writeLine. And now whenever again loop is repeating, from here to A to Sai it is moving, and again it will pass this Sai value to the object O. Object is a parent type of data. It will be able to store string, and we are displaying the O. And again whenever the loop is repeating, automatically it is incrementing to the other value, that is 20.5. 20.5 will be passed to the object O, and we are displaying here. Again whenever the loop is repeating, it would be passed to the other variable, that is 10, and we are going to pass this 10 value to the object O. Object is a parent type of data type. It will be able to store the 10 value also, and will be able to display that 10 here with the help of console.writeLine. The same way, whenever other values are also be there, the for each loop, suppose the example that in this stack will be having the values like this, something. See, we'll be having the values like, the for each loop will be having the values like 10, 20, 30, 50.5, and Sai and Manu and Shravanti. If the values are there like this, automatically this for each loop will repeat till the end of the values that are present in a stack. Okay, the for each loop will repeat first 10, next 20, 30, 50.5 Sai, Manu and Shravanti. Till end of the collection, the for each loop will repeat and it will display the values. Clear all of you? Like this, the for each loop will start from initial value of the collection or initial value of the stack till end of the collection or stack. It will repeat, and it will going to be coming outside of the for each loop. Suppose the example that once it starts with 10, once it is ended with Shravanti, there is no more values after Shravanti, then it will coming outside of the for each loop, and it will display the values that are present outside of the for each loop here. Clear all of you? Any doubts in this? Any one of you have any questions in this for each loop? Suppose the example that whenever I'm using the array, suppose when I'm using the array that is int of a is equal to, just give me a minute, when I'm using the array like this, so int of a is equal to new int of 5, so then we can easily give the value of for loop like int I is equal to 0 and I less than 5, I plus plus, there is no problem here. Well and fine, it will work. Suppose see example that later on whenever the array size would be incrementing to 50, so at that time again we need to change here, right? So other than this, the best value is for each loop, where other than this, the best is for each loop, int of I in A, okay, int of I in A. So it will start with, so the A would be having the 15 values now, 1, 2, 3, like this, till 15 values it would be there. This 15 values it will going to display. So first it will be passed to 1, 2, 3, and it will iterate till 15 values. Okay, so after 15 values there is no value, it is just coming outside of it. Suppose if the values are having 150 values, still 150, it would be loop in the for each loop. So it stands from 0th index till last index, it would be loop, am I right? Coming to the for loop, again we need to change to 150. So this is the problem, right? Here it is not required to change anything. Once you change the array, automatically the for each loop will reflect here. Am I right, all of you? Now, one more problem, we can see that whenever you are working with the for loop, we can take I is equal to 150, I, or else we'll start with 149, and we can say that I greater than or equal to 0 and I minus minus. Am I right? So ఈ ఫర్ లూప్ లో అయితే మనం నెగటివ్ వేలో కూడా రావచ్చు అనమాట. కమింగ్ టు ద ఫర్ ఈచ్ లూప్, ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ బి పాసిబుల్. ఇట్ స్టార్ట్స్ విత్ 1 to 150. It is in a ascending order. There is no nothing would be possible like in the for loop. Descending order will not be possible in the for each loop. And one more thing, one more advantage of the for loop we can see here. I want to iterate only 10 values in the 150 values. So you can take from 0th index to I less than or equal to 10. That means I less than 10, I plus plus. If you want only some values that are present in a array, we can able to take that number of values with the help of the for loop. And in the coming to the for each loop, we can't able to do like that. Okay, there is no mechanism that is available in the for each loop like that. Clear all of you? Okay, so if the size is dynamic all the time, so go ahead with the for each loop. And if you want to work with the reverse order, if you want to pick only some values that are available in arrays or collection, then go ahead with the for loop. Okay, clear all of you? Any questions? Any questions here? Yeah, we'll see the stack program now, all of you. As I'm telling you people, stack would be following last in first out manner. Am I right? We'll see how to insert the values and how to delete the values in the stack, how we can see that it is following the last in first out manner and all those things. Okay, now observe here all of you. I'm just opening the new project here. I'm creating a console application. It is creating the project. Yeah, listen here. If you want to work with the collections, we need to add the namespace that is using system.collections. The collection, this namespace is mandatory if you want to work with a stack, queue, or array list or list or dictionary, any data type. This namespace is mandatory. Am I right? Please remember here, this namespace is mandatory if you want to work with the collections like stack, queue, array list, and list and dictionary. Now listen here. Here I'm trying to create the stack collection here. Class name space object name is equal to new class name. This is object oriented syntax. Now, if you want to pass the values to the stack, we need to use the push operator. If you want to delete the values to the stack, we need to use pop operator. Okay. S dot push off, S dot push off, S dot push off 10, S dot push off 10, and S dot push off 20.5, and S dot push off Sai, S dot push off Sai, and S dot push off A. Okay, clear all of you? S dot push off A. Now, how many values that are present in a stack now? 4 values. Those are 10, 20.5, and Sai and A. Now listen here. If you want to loop the values, we need to use for each. The data type here is object, and object O in the collection is what? Stack. The stack variable of the stack is what? Yes. Am I right? Now I'm trying to display the values now. As I'm telling you, each and every time the value will be passed from stack to object O, and now I'm trying to display the value of O here. Okay, clear? Any questions here? Any one of you? Now,
No.
as I'm telling you people, I'm trying to delete the values with the help of pop operator. Pop. Now what is the last value what is the value that we are going to be delete whenever I'm performing pop now? A. Yes. Now we'll see. I'm just trying to display some message to the user saying that remaining values after one deletion. After one deletion. Now for each loop again I'm using and object O in stack. So A would be deleted or not, we're going to see now. See here all of you very carefully. Manoj, please unmute. Please be responsive in the class.
Yes.
Are you able to getting all those things what I'm explaining now?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Now listen here. We need to use console.writeLine. That is the reason. Console.read key or console.readLine or console.read anything to make the output screen as stable. See here, all of you, A would be deleted or not, we're going to see. Is A is deleted, all of you? A is deleted, right?
Yeah.
If you want to increase the size of this, go to the properties. You can able to increase the size of it. See, the last inserted value is A, am I right? So the A got deleted here. After pop, A got deleted. That means last in would be first out, am I right? Here also the last insertion would be first out. So that is the reason people are saying that last in would be first out. That is what we are calling as a stack. Okay. Can you screenshot of this? All of you, make it fast. Completed. We'll see the queue collection now. Now listen here, I'm trying to delete this. Now we'll see about the queue. Q is equal to new queue. Okay, if you want to insert the values here, we need to use NQ, and if you want to delete the values, we need to use DQ. Okay, Q dot NQ of 10 and Q dot NQ of 20.5 and Q dot NQ of Sai and Q dot NQ of A. But how many values are there? 4 values. What is the first inserted value? 10.
10.
Is the first out value? 10. Now
10.
we'll see. We'll see. Here I'm first, before deletion, I'm trying to display the values for each object O in the collection is Q. I'm just trying to display it. Console.writeLine of 4. Now, if as I'm telling you people, if you want to delete, we need to use which method here? DQ, right? Q dot DQ. Correct. Now again listen, for each loop, object O in Q. One value is deleted, right? That is 10 got deleted because first insertion would be first out. So 10 would got be deleted. And now I'm trying to display the remaining values. See here, I'm just trying to display console.writeLine, remaining values after deletion, after one deletion. Okay, now listen. See, the first inserted value, the 10 got deleted, am I right? Take the screenshot of both input and output. Now we'll see. Now we'll see the array list now. Listen here, as I'm telling you people, and the array list, we can able to delete the middle values and we can able to delete multiple values at a time. Am I right? See here, array list, AL is equal to new array list. Okay. Now, we have so many predefined methods that are available in an array list. Now we'll see one by one, okay? Now first we'll try to insert the values here. Listen here all of you very carefully. Now here see, AL dot add of 10, okay? And one more thing, I'm adding one more value, that is AL dot add of 20.5. Please unmute here all of you. Shravanti, Divya and Manoj and all. How many values are available in array list now? What are those?
10 and 20.5.
10 and 20.5.
No, I want to insert the values in between 10 and 20.5. So at what index I want to insert the value now? First index, am I right? Now listen, how to insert the values with index we'll see. Index insert. Now I'm inserting the value at first index. The value I'm trying to insert is Shravanti. So what values are available in the list now? 10, Shravanti and 20.5. Am I right? So I'm overriding the index and the value that is available, that first index would be moved to the left, right hand side. Am I right? Ardhamaitundamma? Now, listen here. Again, I want to insert multiple values to my array list. Like this, I want to insert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So multiple values insertion will also be possible with the help of array list. Okay, int of a is equal to new int of 5. Here I'm trying to insert the value that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many values are available in array now? 5 values.
Fine.
Now if you want to insert 5 values at a time, we have add range is the method. Add range is the method. Now those 5 values are available at which variable? A, am I right? So with the help of this, you can able to insert multiple values at a time. So how many values are there in my array list now? 10, 70, 20.5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shall we see the output now, whether it is following this format or not? So multiple values insertion will not be possible with the help of stack and queue, am I right? We can able to push only and we can able to enqueue only one value to the stack and queue. Okay, now we'll see whether it is following this format or not. Object O in collection, that is A. Now listen here all of you very carefully. Console.writeLine. O is a variable. Now see. So this is the format we expected, right? 10, 70, 20.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? So we can able to
Question here, Kalyani. For every going var and rewriting it with object, right? So will it not work with var?
it will work with var. In the var we have some problems. That means it is an implicit data type. We'll discuss that in later of the time. Okay. As of now, you will remember only object is the best data type. Okay. It will work with the var also, no issues. Okay. Now listen here, we'll see how to delete the values. Now listen, I want to delete the value that is 20.5. 20.5 is available at which index? What is the index of 20.5? 2. Right? See here, al dot remove at second index value. Okay. So like this, it is not possible to delete the value in middle of the collection that is available with stack and queue, am I right? So after deleting 20.5, what is the available values again? So 10, 20.10, 10, 70 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, am I right? Now I want to delete the value 1, 2, 3. 3 values I want to delete. At a time I am trying to delete 3 values. So al dot remove range. What is the index of 1, all of you? 2. From index 2, how many values you are trying to delete? 3 values. So how many? From where to where the values will going to delete? 1, 2, 3. Am I right?
1, 2, 3.
Now, after deleting 1, 2, 3, what is the remaining values, all of you? 10, 70, 4 and 5, am I right?
Yeah.
Now we'll see output would be coming like this or not. For each loop again, object O in collection, that is AL. Now listen, console.writeLine of both. Now listen here all of you very carefully. See, we just need to display some information to the user. Console.writeLine, remaining values after all deletions, right? Now see here all of you, the remaining values are 10, 70, 4 and 5, correct? అంతే కదమ్మా మనం కూడా ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసింది 10, 70, 4 and 5, am I right? Take the screenshot of this, please. I'm getting some values. Completed. Now we'll see the list collection now. As I'm telling you people, list is a collection of specified data type, right? Specified data type. Okay. Now listen, list of integer li is equal to new list of integer. Now tell me all of you, in the li variable, is it possible to store string value? Is it possible to store string value in the li? Anyone of you? Because whenever you are declaring the list collection, mandatorily it is expecting us to pass some data type, am I right?
Yeah, data type of entry.
So it is strictly bound data type, that is in the LI, it is only storing integer values. Now listen, here I am inserting the value. Here only while declaring the list collection, you can able to pass the value. That means what is the meaning of it in the sense? ఇప్పుడైతే మనం వాల్యూస్ ఇలా పాస్ చేస్తామో దాన్ని కలెక్షన్ ఇనిషియలైజర్స్ అంటాం అనమాట. At the time of initializing the collection, we are passing the values like this. This concept would be calling as collection initializer that would be available from .NET version 3.5. Okay, this is what we are calling as collection initializer, initialization or initializers. Okay. Now, how many values are available in my list collection now? 10 values. Am I right? Earlier, what all the methods you have used, like add method, insert method, and remove method and remove range. We have discussed all these methods in array list, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So all these methods would going to be work with the list collection also. See here, add is a method. Add range we have seen whenever if you want to insert array of values, and the same way remove range. All the things would be available. Okay. Remove all, remove at, remove range. Okay. So you people try to practice how to work with all those methods. Simple, like however we have practiced with array list. The same way you people can practice for list collection also. Now the important thing for I'm trying to tell you people here is it best to use object or integer here? ఇక్కడ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ యూజ్ చేస్తే ఈజీ ఉంటుందా, ఇంటీజర్ యూజ్ చేస్తే ఈజీ ఉంటుందమ్మా?
Integer.
Because there is any specific reason here to use integer only?
Yeah, because we have already declared list as a type int. I mean, the data type as a int.
So we know that the list will store only of type integers only. Am I right? So there is no chance of list will store other data type. Look, ikkada manam object తీసుకున్నాం ముందు, because in the whatever the value stack or array list or queue, we don't know what type we're going to store at which index. First is int, string, double float, character అవన్నీ స్టోర్ చేసుకునే కాబట్టి మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ తీసుకుంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ is a parent type of data. It can store all the type of values. That is the reason we have taken as object. So in the list, we know what is the type of data it is storing. Am I right? So ఒకవేళ మీరు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ తీసుకున్నా కూడా అది వర్కౌట్ అవుతుంది. There is no issue whenever you are taking the object. Okay, but the problem is whenever you are using the object, the problem is each and every time object is a parent type of data, integer is a child that is inherited from object. Okay, so each and every time whenever the loop is repeating from integer to object, that means from lower data type to upper data type, we need to perform the conversion. Am I right? So the conversion will take a lot of time. Due to that reason, whenever you are using a for each loop, we must have a very focus on what data type we need to take here. So each and every time whenever the loop is repeating from here the integer type to object type, we need the conversion, right? The casting is required. Am I right? For one casting it is take, for one value casting it is going to take 6 milliseconds. So if మనకు 10 values ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి 60 milliseconds అంటే 1 second, there is no problem. You will see the output whenever you open and close your eyes. If my list is having thousands of values, the casting will take a lot of time. That would be a problem for us. Am I right? So that is the reason whenever you are looping with the for each loop, mustn't you people need to have a very careful idea which data type you need to use here. Okay, clear all of you? అర్థమైందమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
Now the same way we are displaying here, that is item. Okay, then here all of you, we are displaying the values from 1 to 2. Am I right? Take the screenshot of this, make it fast. Now we'll see the last collection, that is dictionary collection. Am I right? As I'm telling you people, dictionary means it's a key and value pair. Okay. Now listen, I'm taking a dictionary. Here see the syntax itself, it is saying that it is telling that it's a key and value. I'm taking key as type integer and the values of type string. Okay, di is equal to new dictionary of int and string. Clear? Now listen here, di dot add of See, I'm passing the key as integer. Key as integer, the value of I'm passing the integer value as 1. I'm passing as Shravan. Okay, please be careful. Now, DA dot add, I'm taking 2 as Divya. Okay, 2 as Divya. And now, third DA dot add of 3 I'm taking. The 3 value I'm taking as Manoj. Okay, clear all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how many values are available in my dictionary now?
3.
Now, my requirement is my user is passing one integer value that is either 1 or 2 or 3. Based, suppose if I'm entering the value as 2, I need to display as Divya. The user is available at this key is Divya. Like this, I want to display. So first, due to that reason, first I need to ask the user to enter the index, right? So console.writeLine, please enter index. Okay, or else please enter the key. So how to read the integer values, all of you? So int num is equal to convert dot 2 in 32 or console dot readline. Till now it is clear, all of you? Emana question on my account? Now it's clear. Now listen here. For each loop I'm taking. For each. Here, each and every time whatever the dictionary we have, dictionary is a key and value pair. That is the reason here other than var and object, we are having the other class that is key value pair. My key is of type integer, my value is of type string. Okay, this is another type that is key value pair. The type is key value pair. The key value pair is taking of types, that is key is of type integer and the value is of type string. Please be unmute, please be responsive. So,
Okay.
ఇక్కడ ఫర్ ఈచ్ లూప్ రిపీట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ 1 శ్రవంతి వెళ్తుంది, నెక్స్ట్ 2 దివ్య వెళ్తుంది, 3 అండ్ మనోజ్ వెళ్తుంది. am I right? So I'm giving the number as 2 అని ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి. So first time whenever the loop is repeating, what is the item dot key is what? 1. am I right? So 1 is not matched with num. am I right? Num is 2, item dot key is 1. అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? So whenever the loop is repeating, again I'm checking the condition that item dot key is what? Next time what is the item dot key? That is 2. What is the number? That is 2. So 2 equal to 2, am I right? So whenever again loop is repeating, the item dot key would be 3. My number is 2. 3 not equal to 2. So whenever the if condition is matching, item dot key is matching with the number whatever you have entered. So at this key, I'm trying to display the value that is item dot value. Okay. So whenever it is matching with item dot key is 2, what I'm doing here, and at this item, you need to display the value that is item dot value. Any questions in this? Any one of you? Now see, tell me any of the key here. Edo key చెప్పండి. 3. See, what is the value of the 3? Manoj. Now when I'm entering the value as 5, what would be the expected output? Nothing. No value is there. No, anytime the if condition will not be possible to match, it will be just coming outside of it. That's it. Simple. Am I right? So what you people need to do is, ఒకవేళ key ఇలా match అవ్వకపోతే మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే, I want to display the information to the user saying that no key would be matched. అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? ఒకవేళ ఏ కీ మ్యాచ్ అవ్వకపోతే ఏం చెప్పాలి అంటే no key would be matched అని చెప్పించాలి. ఓకేనా? Simple, right? How to do it? Tell me all of you. Shall I take the boolean variable boolean b is equal to false అని తీసుకున్నా? ఒకవేళ ఎప్పుడైనా మ్యాచ్ అయితే అర్థం కాలేదు. ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైం ఎల్స్ తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది శ్రవంతి? ఒకవేళ మనం 2 తీసుకున్నాం అనుకో, ఫస్ట్ టైం ఎల్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయ్యి నాట్ మ్యాచ్డ్ అని వస్తుంది, సెకండ్ టైం మ్యాచ్ అయ్యి వాల్యూ చూపిస్తుంది, థర్డ్ టైం నాట్ మ్యాచ్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ ఎల్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. am I right? 2 టైం ఎల్స్ 1 టైం ఇఫ్ కండిషన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? So b is equal to true అని పెట్టాను. So if condition here I'm taking, if b is equal to true, then otherwise if b is equal to false, ఒకవేళ b is equal to false అయితే then we are displaying a message. ట్రూ అయినప్పుడు మనకి ఏం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా. ఒకవేళ ఫాల్స్ అయితే మనం ఏం చూపిద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాం, కన్సోల్ డాట్ రైట్ లైన్ no value is matched. No value matched. Okay, now see, we'll see with 5 now. What will happen? No value matched. Clear? Understood all of you? Try to understand this logic all of you. It is very easy. ఇక్కడ లోపల మీరు అన్నట్టుగానే ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ నేను లోపల ఎల్స్ తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుందని చూద్దాం. ఓకేనా? We'll see here else. Suppose the example that I'm trying to take console.write line no value matched. See here all of you. Again I'm giving the values 5 now again. Okay. See? This is what I'm not expecting, right? This is not expecting, right? See? Any times loop repeat అవుతుందో అన్ని times if condition execute అవ్వదు. If condition else condition లో ఏదో ఒకటి execute అవుతుంది. So else is executing. So at the time of 1 Shravanti else is executing, at the time of 2 and Madhivya also else is executing, at the time of 3 and Manoj also else is executing. Am I right?
Yeah.
So that is the reason this is not the best approach. Okay. Clear? ఇంకా మీరు కోడ్ ని బిల్డ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి ఇట్లాంటివి. అవి ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తే ఇట్ వుడ్ బి రియల్లీ హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యూ. Take the screenshot of this. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough for today. We'll continue the class on tomorrow with the topics like boxing and unboxing. Along with that, we'll start tomorrow the object-oriented programming language aspect. Otherwise, we'll have one more topic, I think, so that is strings. Tomorrow we'll discuss about strings and boxing and unboxing, and we'll start theoretical part of hooks concept. Okay. Enough for today. We'll continue tomorrow, and I think Shravanti will be having some doubts. Other than Shravanti, people can leave.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Shravanti.
ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇచ్చారు కదా కళ్యాణి, 1 1 2 1 2 3 then 1 2 3 1 2, అది I was able to do it, but it was taking me 4 for loops to do it. అంటే the logic itself is like that, మరి is there a better way to do it? If you want, I can share my screen and show you.
Yeah. 2 for loops సరిపోతుంది అంటే చూపించాలి. I mean 1 2 1 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 1 2 1 అంటున్నావా? అంటే రివర్స్ ఆర్డర్ అండ్ I mean ascending and descending both అంటున్నావా?
మీరు లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో 1 1 2 ఫస్ట్ దాంట్లో 1 తర్వాత 1 2 1 2 3 అంటే నేను ఎన్ని నెంబర్స్ ఇస్తే అన్ని నెంబర్స్ 1 1 2 1. ఇప్పుడు సే సపోజ్ నేను నెంబర్ 3 ఇచ్చాను, దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ 1 2 3 రావాలన్నారు, మళ్ళీ 1 2 1 అన్నారు, రైట్?
2 లూప్స్ సరిపోతుంది శ్రవంతి. ఒకసారి షేర్ చేయవా స్క్రీన్?
యా
నేను ఆప్షన్ ఇచ్చాను షేరింగ్ కి.
Yeah, it's asking me to download something, so I'm just looking into it.
Sure.
One second, Kalyani, it's asking me to download.
Yeah, sure.
It might take a little bit. నేను ఈమెయిల్ చేశాను ఒక క్వశ్చన్, అది చూసారా? టైం దొరికిందా?
లేదు సార్.
ఓకే.
console.write లేదంటున్నావా? ఎందుకు లేదు ఆలోచించగలిగావా? మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ లేదు కదా?
అదే నేను బుల్లెట్ పాయింట్ లో పెట్టాను కదా. సో డస్ ఇట్ ఒక క్లాస్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇంకో ఫైల్, డస్ ఇట్ ఆల్వేస్ నీడ్ టు హావ్ ఎ మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ అనేది నా క్వశ్చన్. Because I can have only class A and class B I just
హలో
it in such a way so that hello.
యా, మధ్యలో వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. నేను చెప్తాను ఒకసారి. యాక్చువల్లీ సి ద థింగ్ ఇస్, మనకి మల్టిపుల్ క్లాసెస్ కి మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఉండాలి. multiple mains ఉన్నా మనం which main it need to execute అనేది we need to go to the properties and we need to set that. నేను చూపిస్తాను ఇప్పుడు. ఓకేనా? Multiple mains would be
అంటే
possible.
నేను మెయిన్ రాసి ఐ వాజ్ ఏబుల్ టు క్రియేట్ ఇట్ బట్ నాకు ఎలా ఉండే అంటే అసలు మెయిన్ ఎందుకు మనకు ఒక పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు మిగతావన్నీ చైల్డ్ క్లాస్ అయి ఇన్హెరిట్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు అన్నిట్లో మెయిన్ మెథడ్స్ ఎందుకు అని.
నేను లాజిక్ చూపిస్తాను, రెండు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఒకసారి ఫస్ట్ అయితే ఏదైతుంది మస్ట్ అండ్ షుడ్ we need to have the main method. We'll see that.
ఓకే. You there, Kalyani?
అంతే.
Yeah, it's taking little time కదా. నేను నా కోడ్ పేస్ట్ చేశాను మీకు
Okay.
చాట్ విండోలో.
ఓకే.
అంటే నేను జస్ట్ ఐ వాల్యూ ప్రింట్ జే వాల్యూ ప్రింట్ చేశాను. ఇట్ క్యాన్ బి ఎనీవేస్ లైక్ స్టార్ అంటే స్టార్ కూడా ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు. టూ ఫర్స్ యూస్ చేసి చేయడానికి
టూ ఫర్ లూప్స్ యూజ్ చేసి చేయొచ్చు. యా, ఐ మీన్ దిస్ ఇస్ కరెక్ట్ ఓన్లీ.
అది నాకు వస్తుంది అవుట్పుట్ బట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు మినిమైజ్ ద కోడ్.
యు ఆర్ సేయింగ్ దట్ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫర్ లూప్స్ వుడ్ బి రెడ్యూస్ అంటున్నారా?
ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఎక్కువ కదా, ఊరికే రీడ్ చేయాలి, ఇటరేషన్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో మీ దగ్గర కోడ్ ఉంటే పాస్ చేసిన ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యూ హావ్ టైం యూ కెన్ సే నంబర్స్.
దిస్ ఈస్ ద రైట్ వే. బట్ వన్ మోర్ మిస్టేక్ హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఈస్ 1 2 3 4 5 అనేది 2 టైమ్స్ వచ్చింది. రైట్?
మీరు అలానే రావాలి అని చెప్పారు.
నేను ఏమన్నానంటే 1 2 3 4 అయ్యాక 1 2 3 4 5 దెన్ 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1 అట్లా.
అది కూడా చేయొచ్చు యాక్చువల్లీ. ఐ డిడ్ దట్ వన్ ఆల్సో.
ఇది కరెక్ట్
పెడితే అయిపోతుంది.
యా, దిస్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ వన్ యాక్చువల్లీ. దట్స్ ఇట్. వి కాంట్ ఏబుల్ టు మినిమైజ్ ఇట్. నేనేమనుకున్నా అంటే లైక్ మీరు 1 కి ఒక ఫర్ లూప్ 1 2 కి 1 మోర్ ఫర్ లూప్ అట్లా వాడుతున్నారేమో అనుకున్నా. దిస్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ యాక్చువల్లీ. దిస్ ఇస్ రైట్.
ఓకే. అంటే నాకు 4 యూస్ చేసరికి మరి కాంప్లెక్సిటీ అనిపించింది.
కరెక్ట్. కానీ
నేనంటే ఇఫ్ ట్రై చేసా, స్విచ్ ట్రై చేసా, బట్ అందులో వర్కౌట్ అవ్వలేదు. ఎక్కడ ఒక్క దగ్గర తనేస్తుంది అది.
1 నుంచి 1 2 3 4 5 కి మనం అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ లో కావాలంటే ఎనీహౌ వి నీడ్ టు యూస్ 2 ఫర్ లూప్స్. మళ్ళీ డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ కూడా చేయాలంటే వి నీడ్ 1 మోర్ 2 లూప్స్. దట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ. దిస్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్.
ఓకే ఓకే అయితే ఓకే. అంటే నేను ఇంకేమో వే ఉందేమో, మేబీ ఐఎమ్ మిస్.
నో 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 కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్. నేను ఆ మెయిన్ మెథడ్ గురించి నేను ఒకసారి చూపిస్తాను. ఇక్కడ నా స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా?
ఒక్క నిమిషం, ఇంకా అవ్వలేదు.
యా యా. Hello. Shravanti.
Yeah, I can hear you, Kalyani.
Yeah, are you able to see my screen also? Yeah, ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుంది. ఇంతకు ముందు నువ్వు మ్యూట్ లో ఉండే. Now here
Okay.
how many classes are available in my system, in my application now? Only one class, that class name is program, that is having main function, am I right? Now you can able to create one more class also. See, nothing, I have just used Control Shift A, that is for new application, new item. Okay, here I'm creating one more class. What is the name of the class here? The class one, am I right? If you want to execute this class also, we need to use static void main, that is static void main. Okay. Static void main. Okay. Now see, if you want to display anything here also, we need to use console.writeLine. Again, welcome. So how many classes are there that having main function? 2 classes, those are class 1 and program, those are having main functions, am I right? So నేను రన్ చేసినప్పుడు నా సిస్టమ్ కి కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట, విచ్ మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ఇట్ నీడ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అనేసి. వన్ ఫెయిల్డ్. ఓకే, ఏమంటుంది ఇక్కడ అంటే it is having 2 main methods. There are build errors, would like to continue or run the successful build. I don't want to continue. ఎందుకోసం చెప్తున్నా అంటే compile with main method specified, like see, contains entry point and contains entry point. How many entry points are there? How many execution ways are there? 2 ways. One is with class 1, one is with program, am I right? So system
Okati will do it also. Okay.
the system will be getting a confusion that which main method it need to execute, which main method is taking like a starting point to execute, whether it is a program main method or a class main method, am I right? సో ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని ఓవర్కమ్ చేయడానికి ఏం చేయాలి అంటే ప్రాపర్టీస్ లోకి వెళ్ళి ఓపెన్ క్లిక్ చేసి ఇక్కడ see startup object is which class you want to execute now, that is class 1. See, save it and execute it. So what is the output of class 1 here? Console.writeLine welcome. Along with this I'm using console.read key. Okay, see, just it is displaying the welcome message to the user. Now multiple entry points are now, we need to tell to the system saying that which entry point it need to be considered. Clear?
Yeah.
That's it.
So for every class there should be a main method.
Yes,
Aithe, kada?
yes. We can able to have the class without main method also. See, here I can able to create one more class employee. Here you can able to create the class like in empid, okay, and in string employee name we can able to create. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఆ పబ్లిక్ console.writeLine అవన్నీ కావాలి అంటే we need to access in the methods. Okay, console.writeLine, enter employee ID and employee name directly without method. You can't able to access this methods, predefined methods like console.writeLine. ఇక్కడ బయట రాయలేదు
got it.
writeLine అని చెప్పేసి.
అదే అయితే నేను అదే చేశాను.
Yeah.
Okay, got it, Kalyan.
Yeah. Bye.
And ఇంకొకటి ఉంది, like I have been asked in one of the interview, what is the difference between string and string builders? Actually string builders అంటే ఏంటో కూడా నాకు like explain చేస్తాను.
Yeah, sure. String, suppose string s is equal to a అని తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే a కి ఒక సెపరేట్ మెమరీ అలొకేట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. ఓకేనా, అగైన్ s is equal to AA అని తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే see, now the value of a would s is having a and it would be replaced with AA. So two memories ఉంటాయి అనమాట. ఇక్కడ ఒక మెమరీ అలొకేట్ అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ ఒక మెమరీ అలొకేట్ అవుతుంది. Again s is equal to AA తీసుకుంటే like I mean memory would be taking more for this. I mean ఒక వీడియో ఉంది,
అంటే యాడ్ అవుతుందా ఓవర్ రైట్ అవుతుందా?
యాడ్ అవుతుంది. ఏ ఉంటది, AA ఉంటది, AA ఉంటది. యాక్చువల్ గా
యాడ్ అవుతుంది, కాకపోతే ఎక్స్ట్రా మెమరీ అలొకేట్ చేస్తుంది.
ఏ కి సెపరేట్ గా ఉంటది, AA కి సెపరేట్ మెమరీ, WB కి మెమరీ సెపరేట్ ఉంటది. ఇట్ వుడ్ బి టేకింగ్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ మెమరీ. ఇట్ వుడ్ బి ఆ స్ట్రింగ్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవ్వదు అనమాట, వాల్యూ చేంజ్ అవ్వదు. సో ఏ కి సెపరేట్ వాల్యూ, ఫస్ట్ టైం డిక్లేర్ చేసిన దానికి సెపరేట్ మెమరీ లొకేషన్, సెకండ్ దానికి సెపరేట్ మెమరీ లొకేషన్, థర్డ్ దానికి సెపరేట్ మెమరీ లొకేషన్, అట్లా ఎన్ని టైమ్స్ నువ్వు వాల్యూస్ పాస్ చేస్తుంటే అన్ని టైమ్స్ అన్ని మెమరీ లొకేషన్స్ కాపీ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటది అనమాట. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ కాన్స్టెంట్, ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ బి చేంజ్. అదే స్ట్రింగ్ బిల్డర్ అయితే ఏమవుతుంది అంటే ఒకటే మెమరీ లొకేషన్ లో వాల్యూని చేంజ్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటది, ఏదర్ అపెండింగ్ కానీ లేకపోతే రీప్లేసింగ్ ద ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ వాల్యూ అన్నది. సో సో మెమొరీ అనేది తక్కువ అవుతుంది స్ట్రింగ్ బిల్డర్ కి కంపేర్ టు స్ట్రింగ్.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, to do this, I'll be sharing you the best link ఒకటి ఉంటుంది అనమాట యూట్యూబ్ లో. అది నేను ఒకసారి గో త్రూ అయ్యి నీకు చూపిస్తాను. సో ఇన్ దాట్ యూట్యూబ్ లింక్ యూనో ఈ మెమొరీ అనేది స్ట్రింగ్ ఎక్కువ మెమొరీ తీసుకుంటే తక్కువ మెమొరీ స్ట్రింగ్ బిల్డర్ తీసుకుంటది అనేది లైక్ యూనో దే హ్యావ్ ఓపెన్ సిస్టమ్. ఐ మీన్ ఒక కన్సోల్ ఓపెన్ చేసి దే విల్ బి షోయింగ్ దట్ అనమాట స్ట్రింగ్.
Performance.
స్ట్రింగ్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ దిస్ మచ్ ఆఫ్ మెమొరీ, స్ట్రింగ్ బిల్డర్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ లెస్ మెమొరీ అని చెప్పేసి ఒక కన్సోల్ స్క్రీన్ కూడా చూపిస్తారు అనమాట. నేను అది ఒకసారి వీడియో ఒకసారి రెఫర్ చేసి నీకు ఇప్పుడు పంపిస్తాను లింక్.